Psychosin Project for Total Metal Radio, and I am here with Crazy Town. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Welcome to the show.
We've been emailing for a while.
I have indeed. I do apologise, I've been bothering you quite a lot.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Obviously, you've been on tour, been on tour a couple of weeks, along with the festivals. How's that been going for you?
Amazing. It's been bliss. Absolute bliss.
Awesome.
Very, very surprising as well. I think the masses are very curious.
How was the download show yesterday?
Download? I'm the drummer, so I'm going to speak personally. Download was great. I personally thought that Rock and Park and Rock and Ring were far better. It was truly an honor to play Download as well as all of the other festivals.
Right, okay. Obviously you've been gone for a while due to various issues. I mean, what have you guys been up to since your Dark Horse album back in 2002?
A lot of going to the beach, going out to dinner. No, we've been busy in our own worlds. I was writing and producing, and Seth was, working on some solo records, and then try to get sober on a couple of TV shows, and that doesn't ever work. And it's taken all this time, and Seth put together over a couple of years of sobriety, and so that's kind of what prompted us finally getting together and making this happen finally, because we no longer want to live the way that we used to live, and if we're going to do this, we want to do it the right way. Yeah.
Okay, obviously you're working on a new album now, I believe it's got to be called Brimstone Sluggers.
Yeah.
Is that right? How's that going, recording of that album?
Great, we can't wait to get home. We were leaving town tomorrow. It's pedal to the metal time to get this thing done.
I was going to say, I mean, how long do you reckon it'll be out by the end of this year?
Oh yeah, that's what has been told to me, although when you deal with major distributors, you don't really get an official release date until you turn in a final mastered product. So if I could give a final answer and a final date now, I would, but we don't know until we turn it in, and all that's been really discussed between not only the band and but even with the distributor is just make sure it's what you want.
Okay, how would you describe your own sound as a band?
Like I think I just said, it's an amalgamation. It's an amalgamation of hip hop, dubstep, EDM, metalcore, and alternative.
Okay, so everything you can listen to essentially.
Yeah.
Let's just say there are a lot of layers.
Obviously, Butterfly was a huge hit when it came out. I have to ask, did you ever get sick of hearing that song everywhere?
I did. Yeah, I did, absolutely. But at the same time, loving the song, but the success of that song ended up becoming a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It was a blessing and a curse at times.
Yeah. Okay, obviously your current single is Lemon Face.
Right.
It seems to have, you've refined your sound once again, changed it up a little bit. Is it going to be something we hear with every Crazy Town album, a slight changing of sound? Or, because obviously from the first to the second album you got darker.
Yeah.
So what direction is the new album going in?
It's more so like the first album. I mean, there were some dark songs on the first album, except there was just more of a fun hip hop appeal to the first album. I think some of that party vibe will be on this new album, but I think as far as heavy is concerned, we're looking to even get heavier than we ever have when we get home and start working, like what we were talking about with like some breakdowns and just stuff that's really near and dear to our hearts. We're a band that, as far as we're concerned, we can bring in a lot of different influences and kill it on each of them. We bring a lot to the table, which in itself can be a double-edged sword too, and the public and everything, because of the marketplace is so genre-oriented. If you're going to have a physical CD for sale, which you don't find too often, which section are you going to put it in?
Yeah.
If a song is being distributed on iTunes and you want to search for Crazy Town, what are you going to search for? Are you going to search for hip hop? Are you going to search for rock? I don't know.
Well, you were lumped in with new metal for a while, wasn't you? At the beginning.
We were, and we never intended on being a new metal band. We were more so a hip hop band that really was like inspired by the likes of bands like the Beastie Boys and some punk rock and other things like that. And then like the term new metal came out. I remember one day, I think we were on the tour bus, and I read something or saw something. I was like, new metal, what new metal? And they were like, yeah, that's what they're calling our style of music now.
Yeah.
We didn't set out to become a new metal band.
Yeah, it's just same with what happened with Korn. It's obviously they came out before the tag was made, and then they got lumped into it as well,
right,
along with other bands that weren't quite deserving of that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, what made you decide that now was the right time for Crazy Town to make their glorious return?
It just the stars kind of aligned, and with reaching out to Seth to discuss putting out some unreleased songs, it just kind of one thing led to another, and we decided to make a whole new record and put a whole new band together rather than just release some unreleased songs. Yeah.
Okay, obviously you've got your new drummer here.
Yeah.
How did you come about to join the band?
Well, first of all, this is Kevin Kapler, Kapler.
Well, I was fortunate enough to have a friend that was next door neighbors with Brett at his studio, and I remember being one day at my studio, which was just down the block, and he calls me out of the blue. I hadn't spoken to him in about 8 months, and he goes, "Hey Kev, how are you doing?" "I'm doing well." "I'm right around the block from your studio. Why don't we hang out for a minute?" So we did, and I told him that I was currently in between gigs and trying to work as much as possible. He goes, "It's funny, a friend of mine was looking for a drummer."
Yeah.
"Oh, okay." So he walked me over and introduced me to Brett, and that was, I think you and I talked about 6 or 7 months about, possibilities of what we could do, and everything came to fruition. Started rehearsal, played a show in Los Angeles that went very well, had the tour to Europe booked, and it's just been one thing after another.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, would you like to introduce the new members of the band to your listeners who are listening?
Oh yeah, so we have Nick Diorio on bass, and we call him Dax because he's a really good-looking motherfucker. He's really dapper. Dax is a pomade. I don't know if they have it here, but that's where
we'll call it a hair treatment. If you want to look greaser, you're gonna use some Dax.
And then we have Dead Z. We call him Dead Z. His name is Ahmad Al-Kurabi, and he's our guitar player, and he's just a creepy, dark, funny motherfucker that we
let's just say Tim Burton couldn't have drawn him any better.
Yeah. And that basically rounds it out.
Yeah, excellent. So this new band sort of working out. Obviously, it's got to be a bit of pressure with it.
It feels perfect. It feels
like this is the ultimate incantation of Crazy Town.
It does.
Okay. Last thing is, do you have anything you'd like to say to the fans out there?
Just that we're here, we're back, and we want to be in touch with you on our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. On Facebook, it's official Crazy Town. Twitter and Instagram, it's Crazy Town Band. And Lemon Face video just got released on Vivo today.
Yeah.
So we're here touring, not so much to promote the record as to really just get the awareness out that we're back. For instance, we're playing here tonight at the Garage, and I don't think most of London even knows. This is going to end up becoming a very intimate show for our immediate fan base.
One thing to add on to the social media, if any of our fans out there have something that they would like us to see or read, or any kind words they'd like to pass along, hashtag Crazy Town is back.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for being on my show tonight.
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, Crazy Town.
Thank you.
Sun will burn my